Hey everybody, Grayson the Goosebumps kid here. I haven't been feeling too well since yesterday. I took the day off of school today just because I really wasn't feeling well and I just felt nauseous, but I'm going to try to pull through so I can do this video not only for you guys but for my good friend Mike, who he did a ranking video on the original Goosebumps book series, mainly on the ghost titles and the ghost aspects of the books. There's not really that many in here. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's about 8 of them. So I'm gonna try to do all of them. His ranking may differ from mine, but I'll leave a link to his ranking video in the description below. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So the first book that I wanted to review, and that is my least favorite out of all the ghost books, is book number 32, The Barking Ghost. I did not like this book. It was a terrible, terrible book. I don't know why anybody would like this. It was basically just Why I'm Afraid of Bees 2, but it did have some ghost aspects in it. It wasn't really ghosts, but it sort of did, so that's why we're including it. But yeah, this just didn't have a good story. It was not good at all. I give it about a 6 out of 10. It was not good. But yeah, that's The Barking Ghost. That's my least favorite ranking. That's my least favorite ghost book out of here. Number 2 of the ghost series would honestly have to be number 13, Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. Now, I know what you're thinking. I praised this book in the other ranking, and not ranking, but review, and yeah, you're definitely right. I love this book to death. Just out of all the other ghost books, this one felt like the weakest to me besides The Barking Ghost. This one was a heck of a lot better than The Barking Ghost, 100%, but out of all the other ones, this one just felt like the weakest out of all of them. You didn't even see ghosts until like the ending part, which I won't spoil for you, but you should definitely read it for yourself. Piano Lessons Can Be Murder wasn't too bad. But yeah, this is probably the weakest out of all the ghost books in here. So yeah, number 7 is Piano Lessons Can Be Murder for me. Number 6 would have to be Phantom of the Auditorium. Number 24, Phantom of the Auditorium. This is not a book that's in good shape, as you can see. But this, again, didn't really have any ghost aspects until like the final few pages or like final couple chapters. But Phantom of the Auditorium was honestly pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I know in Maiku's ranking, he said it was a little overrated, which I sort of disagree with. But, I mean, it's personal preference, you know. But yeah, Phantom of the Auditorium was honestly a really good book for me. Just, it was, the ghost aspect didn't really come up until like the last couple chapters, which was kind of disappointing, honestly. But it was still a pretty good book. But it's number 6 in my ranking. I'd probably give it a 7.5, 8 out of 10. It was really good. Let's see. Honestly, if I had to pick out of all these, I would go with Ghost Beach next. Ghost Beach is a little underrated, I have to be honest. It really is a little underrated. When I read it, I realized it wasn't as bad as people were saying it was. Like, Michael Goosebumps fan, he really enjoyed it like me. I don't see how Zach Baby TV and some other people just dislike this book. I mean, it was honestly not too bad. Now, I gotta admit, the episode was kind of cheesy and kind of dumb. Did not like the episode as much as the book, but the cover is real nice. I love the ghost over the gravestone. But yeah, Ghost Beach is number 5 in my ranking. Solid book. Next on my list is number 10, The Ghost Next Door. The Ghost Next Door was really cool. You got to like the ghost part halfway through the book, which is probably like chapter 15 or something like that. Ghost Next Door was really cool. Love the beginning. Hannah is a very cool character. So is the new boy who moved in. I forgot his name. But I really enjoyed this one. Like the color aspect, or the color scheme of the book. Love the foot on the door. So the ghost part happens like halfway through. Yeah, it's number 4 on my ranking. Ghost Next Door. Check it out. 8 out of 10. Next one on my ranking is number 37, The Headless Ghost. Headless Ghost was really cool. Really enjoyed it. Was definitely an enjoyable book. Ghost aspect, cool. Really enjoyed like the whole lore behind the Headless Ghost. It was really interesting. The cover does tell part in the story. The cover's not lying to you. It actually happened. But yeah, Headless Ghost, really cool plot. Love the characters. Love the ghost aspect of it. Solid book. 8 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. I struggled with these last two, and hopefully you guys can forgive me if this one wasn't your number 1 or wasn't your number 2. Hopefully you guys agree with me. Really struggled with these two because they were both so good, but if I had to put them number 1 and number 2, I'd honestly have to go with this one, and that is number 2 in the ranking, book number 45, Ghost Camp. I really struggled with these last 2 books. They were both really, really good. I really enjoyed these last 2. But honestly, Ghost Camp, I felt like just wasn't as good as this last book that I'm about to talk about. The cover's really cool. Really love the campers and stuff in there. The story behind it and all that, just the guy jams a pole through his foot and he somehow doesn't feel any pain whatsoever. Just weird things happen in the book. It was very dark and eerie. The last part of the book was really cool. Really enjoyed that. Just, it didn't feel as good as this next one, or as the last book that I'm putting as number 1. But Ghost Camp, very, very good read. Highly recommend it. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Please go read this. But it's number 2 in my ranking. And of course, number 1, if you can tell by knocking out the list, is book number 56, The Curse of Camp Cold Lake. This was an amazing book. Out of all the ghost stories, this is definitely my favorite. The cover's very dark, very eerie. The Sarah, very interesting character. The whole ghost in this story, very cool and dark. The twist ending is really cool. Really love the twist ending. The ghost, everything in it is just really good. I highly recommend this. Love the ghost. Love Sarah. Sarah, I really feel bad for her at some points. But yeah, my favorite ghost book out of all these is definitely The Curse of Camp Cold Lake. Check it out. I give it a 9 out of 10. But yeah, anyways, that's it for the ghost ranking. Got a lot of books here, about 8 of them. But what were your guys' ranking? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Would love to hear your thoughts on all these book rankings. I'll leave a link to Maiku's video in the description, and I want to thank some other people, Goosebumps Completionist, Michael Goosebumps fan, and Monster Blood. You guys inspired me and Maiku to do sort of collab. Yeah, thank you guys for that. And also thank you, Maiku, for doing this collab for me. You're a great guy. God bless you, bro. And yeah, God bless all you guys. I'll leave a link to the Discord in the description down below as well. Make sure to join it. And I'll leave a link to Maiku's video. God bless and have a good day. Bye, everybody. Hopefully I feel better.